supermodel today. I'm talking like, you know, with her heels, walking the wrong way, doing her thing, sashaying and all whatnot. This young lady that I'm showing you right now is doing the absolute most. Now, she put on her heels, you know, boots, and she's like, look, the world is my wrong way. I am an original Victoria Angel. Victoria Beckham not do past this one. This young lady was having the time of her life. Like, even when she was about to fall, she was like, no, I stand gallantly, and then she moved on with it. Look, kids do the most. You know that show, Kids Do the Darndest Things? This is just one of them. Like, why would you just go and put on oversized shoes and almost fall your way out of the compound because you're trying to strut? Sis, what is going on? This is welcoming you to Unplug, the show that gives you everything you need to know on things happening in Nigeria and outside as well. We're giving you entertainment, we're giving you music, movies of all sorts, we're giving you sports, as well as global news. My name is Judith, and this is brought to you by Every NG. Now let's get into the headlines for today. First story we're going to be discussing today is Baby G. Now, if you don't know who Baby G is, did you even watch BBNaija Lockdown? Yes, I'm talking about Erica Lewis-Zim, and she decided that, look guys, I'm going to show you people that I am not on your level. So Erica took to Twitter to share, you know, the list of top tier celebrities that were following her on Twitter. Now, this list is not any ordinary list. There were only 3 people on that list, but they are powerhouses. Now, when she shared the picture, everybody was like, okay, we see you, sis. First up on that list was Genevieve Nnaji. We also had Omotola Jalade, as well as bad producer Kemi Adetiba. Now, she was like, look guys, I brag different. She literally captured the picture, I brag different. So if you're going to be talking to Erica anyhow, don't forget that these people are following her. Are they following you? No? Good. Then keep your opinions to yourself. Now let's move on from Erica to other BBNaija gist, but this one is not in any way related to a particular housemate. This is more about, you know, the BBNaija reunion that we've been looking forward to. We've been seeing snippets here and there, but this particular video, I don't know who made this video. I don't know why they did what they did, but it just painted BBNaija in a terrible light. It was hilarious because people were making comments, they were saying all sorts. Now this video had the 10 housemates, male housemates, I beg your pardon, in a bus, and everyone were like, wait, I don't understand. I mean, are they in Mojo? Is this for the reunion? What exactly are they all doing in one bus? Because why is this bus looking raggedy like this? Now they were insulting the housemates, and they're like, this is why Kidwire are not following people, because according to the video, Kidwire was not among the people in the bus. So they're like, see? You see your life? Big Brother wants to tell people that, look, if you like, make all the money in the world, I made you. So if I tell you to enter Mojo, you enter Mojo. But they seem to be having a good time, of course. They were singing and having fun, making videos and all whatnot. But I mean, that bus though. Anyway, let's move on from that to other entertainment stories. And this one is from Comedienne Manuela. Now, this young lady has been making strides. Remember that she got herself a car, she had a house for her parents. And I'm just looking at my life like, Judith, sure you're not going to comedy, but that's not the story I'm discussing today anyway. This young lady has made her debut in international film with an Australian movie titled Survive or Die. Now, she wasn't the main cast, but she made an appearance, and it's basically about a young lady who had to escape from a war-torn country to Australia, and it was produced by a Nigerian. Now, this movie has been shot since 2018, and you know, they did the rounds 2020, but finally it's being released on YouTube and Netflix in 2021. So get ready to see Manuela on your screens. Let's talk about Iyabo Ojo and her daughter Priscilla Ojo. Now, Iyabo Ojo is, you know, when someone is a cool mom, you're like, oh my god, she's so cool, she's always playing with her kids, she's, you know, strutting with her kids, making videos and pictures. She's even on TikTok, like she's a TikTok influencer. Like, her TikTok videos are hilarious. But however, African parents will be African parents, because Iyabo Ojo has given her daughter a timeline for marriage. Yes, you heard me right. In the video, she was telling her daughter, look, sis, by 23, I need an engagement ring. 24, you should be married. 25, you should have a kid. And this girl was like, okay. I mean, not so little, but she was like, I mean, mom, what's going on? You know, I'm barely 21. What are we doing here? But, you know, the lady was serious, and then she even posted the video on Instagram and was like, look, call me old-fashioned all you want, but this is what I want for my kid. And I'm just like, okay, laughs in Gen Z, because the girl is going to do what she wants to do at the end of the day. But it was really funny to see that despite how cool she is, she still has that element of African mom in her. Do we agree? Tell me what you think on that in the comment section. Let's move on from that to Bimbo Ademoye, a popular Nigerian actress who found herself in a very, very touchy situation, if I can say that, because yesterday a blogger alleged that she sent nudes to a married man. I know how this sounds. It sounds like a lot, and Bimbo is not usually somebody to be in the news for stuff like that, so the fans were really amazed. They were bewildered. They're like, okay, so what's going on? And this blogger also sent snippets of the picture. Thankfully didn't post everything, but made this allegation, said that Bimbo was dating a married man, even sent this racy pictures to him and all whatnot. But thankfully the actress tried to clear her name. She came ahead and said, look, I am admitting that these things happened, but the man did not tell me that he was married. He claimed to be divorced, and that was why I went ahead with a relationship. I did not even know he had a wife and kids in the picture. And she said so many things trying to clear her name, and eventually people move forward from that. But I mean, it could not help but raise the question of sending these kinds of pictures to people. Everybody was like, okay, but sis, this is 2021, you should know better than this. Even if it was someone you were dating, even if he wasn't married, anything could have happened. He could have leaked these pictures. You put yourself in a very, very difficult situation there. But hopefully she has learned from this, and moving forward we will not be seeing things like this from her again. Talk more on Bobrisky and Tonto Dikeh, the besties of life. Now I say besties of life because for 5 years thereabout, they were best friends. They were parading themselves, traveling to Dubai, traveling to Hong Kong together as best friends. But somehow along the line, the relationship just went poof. Nobody was talking to anybody. We were following, we were blocking. They still tried to maintain some level of civility. They were just doing their thing. They weren't dragging each other per se, until yesterday, after Bobrisky was spotted at a party with Lady Golfer. Now Lady Golfer is a mutual friend of both of them, who happened to fall out with Tonto Dikeh as well. So while Bobrisky and Tonto Dikeh were still best friends, Bobrisky wasn't talking to her. But now that everything has scattered, Bobrisky decided, look, let me just make peace with this lady. And they were seen together dancing, having fun. And hours after that, Tonto Dikeh unfollowed Bobrisky again. I'm just like, wait, hold on a minute. So is your enemy your friend's enemy by extension? Anyway, so Bobrisky at first said he wasn't going to talk about the situation, like, Tonto, you unfollowed me, I'm blocking you too. But in subsequent posts, Bobrisky now went ahead to say, look, so it's because of Lady Golfer that you unfollowed me. I beg you, I'm not inheriting your enemies, stuff like that. And I'm just like, wait a minute, you just said you were not going to say why she unfollowed you. How did we get ourselves to this point? But Bobrisky quickly deleted the post and just moved on like nothing happened. But I cannot even begin to imagine how deep this rift is. And I'm just asking, do you think these two will ever reconcile to the point of being best friends again? Because I am curious to know, and I want to know what you think on that. On to some national news, and this one is from the Nigerian government, who have frowned at the UK's plan to give members of the IPOB and MASOB some sort of asylum if they are persecuted. Now, the government has said that the UK is actively, sabotaging the fight against terrorism. And people are asking, okay, terrorism, people who are asking to separate from the country, can you particularly call them terrorists? Are they just not secessionists? What exactly is terrorism here? But, the government has said what they want to say, and while this is not anything to go with, because these are just things that are in plans, these are just plans that are being made, the government is seriously fighting against it. And then the IPOB themselves, they are saying that, look, we don't even want asylum, we just want a referendum. We want to really leave Nigeria as a country and form our own territory. Now, the UK was saying that this is only applicable to people that are being persecuted, not those that are being prosecuted. So if there was any form of danger to life and property as a result of the IPOB actions, they would face the full wrath of the law. Now, moving on to the international scene, we have news from Chad, whose president, Idris Deby, passed on yesterday after sustaining injuries while fighting rebels. Now, this is just coming days after he was announced as the winner for his 6th term in office, and as it is now, his son is supposed to take the stead as interim president till further actions are being taken. However, our thoughts and our prayers are with his family and with the entire Chad nation for the loss. Let's move on to other things, and this is from George Floyd. Now, we've been talking about this case for a year. Recall that, last year George Floyd was murdered by a police officer, and black people all around the country, even all around the world, were pushing for the Black Lives Matter movement more than ever. And finally, just almost a year after this happened, the officer who murdered George Floyd has been found guilty of all 3 charges leveled against him: second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and manslaughter. And I can only imagine how the family and how black people all around the world feel with, holding this man accountable. Now, this case had been going on, and it looks like, his family lost hope at a point, judging from the defense of the policeman's lawyer. But thankfully, he was held accountable, and then, people are really happy and saying this is just one step into making sure that the American system is, just and fair. Now let's move on to some sports news, and on sports today I have something for you from the European Super League. I know we've been talking about this for like 2 days, but 6 members of the league had withdrawn, and those are the Premier League members. And I don't know what the future holds for the Super League, because if 6 people are leaving at once, how will that look to the public? And as if that was not enough, 3 more teams, I'm talking AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Atletico Madrid, also withdrew from the league, leaving them with just 2 teams. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Unplug. It was fun giving you the updates as usual, and I hope that you picked a thing or two from today's headlines. Until next time, my name is Judith, and this is brought to you by Every NG.